Greetings, my name is Anthony Willoughby, and I'd like to welcome you to the territory mapping adventure. During this video, I would like to show how we use natural metaphors and the power of ancient wisdom to give people a sense of clarity, purpose, and identity for individuals or for organizations. The original concept began on a camel safari in northern Kenya back in 1981. It was a 21-day journey, and each evening the Maasai would wander into our little community. And what I saw for the first time in my life was people who had absolute substance without arrogance. And I thought so much of my life had been, how could you be arrogant without any substance? So I became fascinated. What else have we not been taught, have we not learned? So I decided to go to Papua New Guinea. And for that reason, I met the ambassador in Tokyo, Joseph Nombre, who remembers first contact. And I said, "Sir, what do you have that we lost or not educated?" He said, "I really don't know, but why don't you go to my village?" So there I am in the highlands of Papua New Guinea back in 1981. And that's when I started to ask about feathers and spears and shields. They started to tell me that a big man has many feathers. A bigger man hands out his feathers. And you have to earn your spear. You can't buy it, you can't sell it, you can't give it away. You have to accept the responsibility of that spear. And I ask you, can you think of people who hand out their feathers, hand out that wisdom, and others who hoard it? And those people who really have not earned their spear. They've just thought they're entitled to it, but actually their spear is made of plastic. So I started to become fascinating to understand what is leadership, what is identity. And I started to realize that if you want to sit at the table, sit and earn your chair, you have to put in your time, your labor, and your wealth of experience. And everything came from contribution, not entitlement, and from protecting the community. So when I got back to Tokyo, I asked the ambassador, "Sir, what is the most important thing in your life?" And Joseph looked at me and he banged on the table. He said, "It is my territory. From the age of 3, I'm taught to protect it." And he drew it on a napkin. He said, "Therefore, I know my duty and I know my aims and ambitions." So it made me think, for the first 99.9% of human existence, our identity and our purpose has come from knowing our territory, where we fit in, where we belong, and what are we protecting and growing. And I thought, really, what is my territory? So I started to realize it was the world, and I could start exploring it. So that's the Taklamakan Desert, going across rivers in New Guinea. And eventually someone invited me to climb a 7,500-meter mountain in Western China. And what I saw on these journeys was the power of teams. And I saw the power of clarity and trust. So I thought I would open up a training center at the foot of the Great Wall where I could bring people together to give them a sense of willpower and trust. We found this derelict building, and I turned it into a center where we could bring people, even Bill Gates and Warren Buffett came there, to experience the importance of building trust and ultimately having fantastic conversations. Because what I saw is that you can build teams quite easily, but they say, where do I belong? Where am I recognized? Why won't people give me leadership? And I started to realize, or we started to use the Great Wall as a metaphor. And what I saw is the power it unlocked. Once people could see if they were attacking the wall, defending the wall, where their camps were, it unleashed an amazing amount of clarity and energy. And I saw clarity does create energy and enthusiasm. And it was about this time, this is 1999, I was working with Thomson Reuters. And they said, look, we've got 2 teams coming together. We don't know each other. We don't want team building. We just want them to work out what they need to do together. So I said, can I try something? And Dan Vedetto said, yes, of course you can. So I said, look, here is a map from Casper Band, the Committee of the Councillors, from Papua New Guinea on the Sepik River. And I said, look, they know what they're hunting, protecting, and growing. And that's what I ask you. Do you know what you're hunting, protecting, and growing? Because what I did with these people from Thomson Reuters was to ask them just that question on a blank sheet of paper. And what I was amazed is that they could draw what they were hunting, their village that they were protecting, and the grass that they were looking after. And more importantly, they could articulate the roads. And once they saw this, their sales went up by 138% because they had clarity, because they knew what they were actually doing and how they could contribute. So I thought, well, this is fascinating. What would it be like for the Maasai? I knew what it's like for Papua New Guinea. So I decided to go to Kenya, and there I found out they're hunting green pastures, they're protecting their community, and they're growing their wealth and their enthusiasm and their knowledge and wisdom. And that is really what we've done, is to simplify this. Whether we're working with nomads in Mongolia, they can explain that they're looking after their cattle, they're looking after their reindeer. And once people know what it is they're focused on, then it becomes so much easier to work out what we can do together. This is with school children in Glasgow, or working at a homeless center in Wrexham, or working in Japan. Once someone can point to what it is they're hunting, protecting, and growing in their life, and where their village is, then everybody can begin to contribute, because there is a sense of clarity. Whether it is working with Google in Japan, it lets everybody have their voice, or in Africa, it crosses all nationalities. It lets people talk about trust and what else is important in their lives. So as a leader, if you really want your people to understand what it is you're doing, this methodology will enable you to do this. Or if you're working as a coach, a consultant, you can have a map of your customer's territory so you can see where they're trying to get to. This happens to be Lloyd's of London in the UK. They understand what it is they're doing. So what we do is we will take you on a journey. And on that journey, you will co-create a map to navigate the new realities we all face, everybody together. You'll create clear, bold action plans to create prosperity and success. And what is prosperity? Is it happier employees? Is it happier customers? Is it more money? Is it actually full-hearted prosperity for yourself? What does prosperity and success mean? And then you can adapt really a universal language that is based on trust, clarity, and hope. And what we'll do on this program, whether you're a coach, a consultant, or a business owner, or a team leader, we will introduce you to these universal icons that have been with us since the dawn of time. What are you hunting? And that is that quest. It's not a figure, it's a quest. It's your essence of what you inspire people. And then what do you need to protect and grow, and who's around your fire? Those rivers, the mountains, the swamps, and that overall territory. These are some of the companies which we've worked with around the world. Usually our workshops are 1 or 2 days to obtain clarity, focus, and alignment. Sometimes the territory mapping is part of ongoing transformational programs. Usually the workshops are run in offices or at hotels. And occasionally people want to come and join us in Africa, Mongolia, or elsewhere. And of course that is separate, but please let us know, because that's something which we love doing. So if you'd like to join us on this exciting adventure, please get in touch. Whether you're a coach or a consultant looking for a totally new way to engage with your customers, or if you're a business executive or team leader and you want really to get everybody in your organization on the same page, creating a clear map of what you're trying to do. What are you hunting? What are you protecting? What are you growing? And why is everybody sitting around that fire? Please get in contact. Join us on this exciting journey. Sign up, become a member, and looking forward to seeing you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.